Hello, it's Tim Esposito, Pickup Truck Plus SUV Talk, and tonight is Monday, which means I'm doing a live stream because I'm home. I'm not on the road, and I think I got everything set up. So these live streams are where I talk to the camera, talk to you guys. We talk about things, topics, things that come up. And one of the things that's known for this live stream, I'll kind of get my stuff together, is that I also enjoy an adult beverage this time of the evening. And so tonight we have Elijah Craig. It is a Kentucky straight bourbon, which means that it's distilled a certain way and it uses less corn. Yeah, it's in char oak barrels. It uses less corn, so it's actually a bourbon. But this is bourbon whiskey. Reminds me of like the pickup truck conversation. To me, they're different things, but some people see them the same thing. It's a confusing world out there. But yeah, that's what we got. So I'm just going to drink it anyways because it tastes damn good. Tonight, I like to pick a topic and then we talk a little bit. And I'm a little fired up tonight. A little bit irritated. There may be a rant session coming. I have a few notes here to talk about things. And maybe midway through I might have a little bit too much whiskey. May have to talk about something. But I wanted to get the sport trucks. There's been some news that Ram was testing a sport truck, I think it was, and some conversation about it coming back. And my friend is like going nuts with my texting me. Anyways, a conversation about it coming back. I think it's really interesting today. Everywhere I go, like last week, GMC AT4 event, lifted trucks, off-roading. Overlanding is this huge thing now. And to me, it's a certain segment of the country that's good with that, like Southwest United States. The deserts are good with that. Maybe out in Montana, different places you can go long-term overlanding. But street trucks used to be a big thing. Street sport trucks, lowered sport trucks used to be a huge thing. So I'm curious to see what you guys think. Should make a comeback. The world is pickup trucks these days, socket cars. Losers. So we're doing a lot with trucks these days, a lot with sales. So yeah, so I think I'm going to get to the that topic in a couple minutes. So yeah, it's kind of free-forming kind of stuff going on. If you're expecting a typical video from me, well, sorry. This is where I interact with my audience, and there's other videos out there. Freaking A, I got like 415 or something. Trust me, there's a lot of stuff to watch. Although, don't tell me, just don't do this. Don't tell me that you binged watched me. I've decided something, folks. I've made a decision on people that tell me they binge watch me. It's a little creepy. I gotta be honest with you. It's a little weird, right? So that I'm sitting here the other night and some guy I can tell is binge watching my stuff because every 15, 20 minutes there's a comment on my YouTube channel and it goes to my little dashboard, and so there's like comment after comment after comment with this guy, and they're different videos. A little strange, all right? I might have had to take something off that night. Maybe I know what girls feel like a little bit, possibly. It's just weird. Just to enjoy the content. Don't tell me you binge watch me. So, also big shout out to JD at Big Truck Big RV. He has been massive in helping me add more subscribers. I'm hoping you guys are commenting. I'm going to get comments here in a minute, but up with the subscribers. And yes, I know what JD looks like. And no, I'm not telling. Nah. Okay, so let's see what the comments say. Holy cow. There's a lot of stuff going on here. No, don't binge watch me. All right. Let's start at the top. These guys got early on this, so it's kind of fun. You guys leave us stuff. So I think eventually, sooner or later, next 3 to 5 years. I think so too. I think sport trucks can make a comeback. I don't see a reason. Sport trucks never left. People have moved on different trends. It is a trend world. But a lowered diesel-powered sport truck, like the one we did a burnout with the Ram video, I'm telling you, it could be a lot of fun. Where's my broomstick shifters at? Oh. Yeah, that's a good comment. They're not coming back. I'm sorry. They're just not coming back. Thanks for awesome HD content. Hey, no problem, Rob. Thanks for joining us. Finally, the Mighty Casey. Finally one I can watch. I don't get overlanding. One, thanks for being here. Really cool. B, I had a funny conversation once with the editor for Four Wheeler Magazine. Him and I were talking about overlanding. And he's like, look, he goes, overlanding. He goes, back in my day, we called it just sleeping in your truck. You went out deer hunting. It got late. You threw a cot in the back. Took a nap. I'm like, it's basically overlanding. Now it's this whole industry, and people are like, total props these guys. It was last year. I'm subscribing to their channel. Maybe I can find their name. I don't know if my computer let me. But anyways, they have some really cool Land Cruiser and Toyota Tundra overlanding stuff. They do a lot of overlanding. Really cool guys. Really cool guys. But they spend a lot of money to go out and sleep on top of their trucks in tents. And they could probably save money to get in hotel rooms. I mean, I know, part of the experience. All right, fine. I'll shut up about it. But yeah, it's a thing. Robert, I think that we need a Tim score for whiskey. Actually, what's funny with this, Rob, because there was it like a couple weeks ago? I think we did this, and people they gave me super chats. There was like $2 super chats going on for a while, and people were donating money for me to buy more whiskey, which was funny. So if you want to give me $2, I'll buy some more whiskey with it, whatever, with deals. Mighty Casey, nowhere to off-road unless you own land. Off-roading is not trails. Yeah, I think it's a weird thing. Like, you can off-road in the desert. I've been down to Borrego Springs with the Raptor. It's awesome, but I think it's a small segment of population. In sport trucks, you can drive everywhere. Gene Manuel's here. Gene's here. Hey, Gene, AT4 would be nice for ranchers or large land farm work. I said the same damn thing. We were driving on this ranch in Idaho, and this guy's massive ranch, $24 million for this 400-acre ranch. Beautiful, in a valley. It was awesome. And I drove around, and I was like, this is perfect for ranchers. This is a perfect rancher truck. You don't need to go, climbing the Rocky Mountains with this thing. I've said for a long time, Raptor is amazing on washboards. Washboards is something the country guy knows all about, and that's what these trucks are great for. AT4 is great for washboards. You drive down the farm roads enough, and you deal with enough potholes and washboards and things that'll rattle your bones. That's where these trucks are great, and so I think that's where the market is. Maybe there's guys who are gonna go buy this. I thought the AT4 would be a perfect overlanding vehicle, right? So it's heavy duty. It's got a ton of payload, like 3,000 whatever the pounds was. I don't know the numbers. I'm drinking. Leave me alone. But it has tons of payload, and so you can put a good camper in there, and you can do overlanding with that. I think it's perfect. But also, it's perfect for ranching. It's a good ranch truck. Although ranchers I know would a little backwards on it. They always want to buy the cheap truck, beat it up because it can get beat up anyways. Well, trust me, guys. These new trucks are not going to get beat up as much as you think they are, and your back is going to love it. Hey, tell me I'm going to listen while I drive. Cool, Doug. I've heard people do that. I've heard some truckers do that as well. They turn this live stream I'm doing into a podcast. Basically, they turn off the video. They just let it play through the car speakers, whatever they're going to do. And I honestly, that's what my channel started out with. My Pickup Truck Talk was a podcast for a while, and then I realized I couldn't make any money at that, and YouTube was better. So basically, live stream is a podcast. It's kind of the same idea, except I want to interact with you guys, the fans, because I'm building a community here, not a channel. You guys make a difference. And you guys, plus, make me a better journalist. You always ask me questions, and always gets me going, maybe I screwed that up, or maybe I can do a better job there. So I always read the feedback. Mike Casey, you're talking about me. Yeah, 100% me. Yeah, you guys stop binge watching me. That's my personal thing. Don't tell me you're doing that. All the related vehicles I see South largely owned by suburban college kids. Figuring out, what exit? There it is. Figuring out what to do with mom's GX. No comment. Mike, haha, I'm watching you. Yeah, stop. Would you get a sport truck? Yeah. Hell yeah, I would have. Yeah, I think it's fun. I think so the Chevy regional communications guy, my friend Chad, has this thing about getting me in a Corvette, and I've driven Corvettes in a track. It's fun, but I like a truck. I like the sitting position of the truck, the visibility of the truck. I like all the stuff. I like the size of the truck, and then you add going really fast in a truck as well. How's that a problem? I think that's awesome. Yeah, so let's do it. It's only overlanding if you spend 2 weeks off-road no matter what the weather. But where, Gene? Where are the people doing this stuff at? That's a long time. Rob Bird says, serious interest in AT4 Yukon. Yes, AT4 Yukon with the 3-liter diesel. it's no brainer. I was talking to the chief marketing guy for GMC, and I said, you guys are killing me here because you don't update the Yukon and Tahoe and Suburban. You keep this kind of takes forever to come around, and you're telling me that a $60,000-$70,000 Tahoe doesn't have the same margin of profit that the Silverado has. Bull. It may have more profit in it. Why don't you guys invest more in that category? Why can't you have a diesel version of the Yukon and Tahoe? Half-ton diesel's been blowing up. The freaking Silverado is the same size as a Tahoe XL. I imagine. Maybe not. It's pretty damn close. Have a drink. Go down this road with me. So it's about the same size. If you can give me that Tahoe with 30 miles per gallon, 35 miles per gallon highway or something like that, if you want to do independent rear suspension, drop that mass from the axle, I'm okay with that. That's cool. And give me that fuel economy plus towing fuel economy. Oh, teaser tomorrow morning. It's on my list. Tomorrow morning or whenever I get around to it, the 3-liter Silverado half-ton diesel video is going live. Not Silverado, Sierra. God damn it, I got the wrong company. The GMC Sierra light-duty diesel video is going live tomorrow. I believe it's it's Tuesday at 12:01, which is tonight at 12:01. I'm not staying up to midnight. Sorry, guys. Anyways, it's going live. I did a video only on towing with that, and I have John Bartle, I think is his name. He watches these videos too. John, maybe I should be on here now. If you're on here, hi John. He watches these live streams as well. He's the assistant chief engineer on that engine, and I'm telling you right now, you're gonna lose your minds. You're gonna lose your minds when you see the fuel economy I got towing 8,000 pounds plus my fat ass in a truck. I'm telling you, it's phenomenal, and you're going to lose your mind. And if you can take that 3-liter inline 6 diesel, put that in the Yukon, put that in the Tahoe, put that in the Suburban even, give me the fuel economy, give me the towing, give me all that kind of stuff, dude, game on. It's like, come on. It's like, come on, that's what I want. So, my watch is going crazy. We're going to take my watch off. I don't want to be, there we go. Toss the watch. All right, so, it's going to be awesome. It's just going to be awesome. Sorry, I'm telling you, man, I'm fired up today. Oh, and I played golf in my neighborhood. I hadn't played golf since 2004. It was fun. I shot 77, three birdies, pretty good. But I'm going to get to that in a little bit. I'm going to reference that later. I'm telling you, I got a rant coming tonight. All right, sorry, Miss Female, it's new phone acting new. I don't know what I want to do. Oh, it's 95, come on. Have your one single beer tonight and relax. Gene, AT4 is a work truck that can go off-road as well. The Power Wagon's an off-road truck that can do some work. That's a pretty good analogy. I think I'd go with that. I think it's a phenomenal question GMC's asking about the winch and the payload. And I wish I was more friendly with Ford. I wish I had gone to that Tremor thing they did, but we're just not that great of friends right now for whatever reason. I'll get there. Once you guys keep subbing, I'll get to that point where they'll be, great friends. Come on down. Because I want to know their approach on it, but I thought GMC's approach on it was pretty clever. And I do not recall the last time I have seen a competitor call out a specific model from a competitor directly. You get a lot of stuff like, our friends in Auburn Hills, our friends in Dearborn, our friends in Warren. That's kind of where the companies are headquarters at. Our friends in Detroit that have the bow tie. They don't really specifically say anything. But that damn log display they had that said Power Wagon, AT4. We got more logs. They don't. Boom. Game, set, match. I was all right. That's cool. I was game for that. Yeah. All right. Rob says port trucks better come with a flat bill. Oh no. There are no flat bills in Truckland. This is how the flat hat works. Actually, I get them new from the shop with the bend. And actually, I'm kind of pissed off. So take a look at this. Where's my screen at? Hold on. I'm going to do my screen. So can you guys see these? Let's see. I'm going to move this over here. Maybe we can see them. Maybe we can't. This is kind of weird. So anyways, look at this. So let me take this one. Example number 8. This is going to be difficult, but I'm going to make it work. So you can see the line here and see how straight that is? Does that seem a little off to you? Like, I've had a little bit of whiskey now, but I'm pretty damn sure that this is how it's supposed to be. And I mean, that's straight. That's not how it's supposed to be. Kind of disappointed. I have a couple of these to send out. My friend Dan, I'm going to send him one. Dan's on my list. I'm going to send him one. It's right here, Dan. I'm sorry I haven't sent it to you. Dan called me some news, so I'm going to do a video on that. I'm like 2 weeks late getting the video done. But anyways, and then I pulled it out and I saw this pile of crap. And this is not professional grade. Not professional grade. I'm going to have to argue with the hat company. That was not cool. But they're in town. They're local. They'll do another one. Anyways, let me get back to this. I'd like to see a sport truck racing come back. Anybody remember 80s mini truck racing? Yes. Yes. Yeah, that was great. I love 80s mini trucks were awesome. Diesel 84. Yes, right? You know, it's like, where is the full-size SUV market? You know, the Rich, the guy from GMC, was like, what's a 280,000 unit a year market? And I'm like, I didn't say it to him, but I was thinking, you guys predicted the mid-size truck market was dying. Ford Ranger got pulled. You guys skipped a year, and now it's exploding. Gas is under $3 a gallon. If full-size truck sales are exploding, and mid-size truck sales are exploding, and your projections screwed that up, how do you think full-size truck SUV sales could go? If you guys invested in some more technology and didn't let it go 7 years without a refresh, didn't let, like, Ford, the Expedition Navigator came out, and they were like, oh my God, we're blown away by the response, and we have to increase capacity. It's like, you dumbasses. It's like, the market's there. Do it. Make a hybrid version. Make a hybrid version of that actually makes sense. Not the crappy hybrid GM did before, but make something that works. And where, for crying out loud, where is FCA's, Fiat Chrysler Automobiles, Chrysler, Dodge, whoever you want to call these guys, where is their big 3-row SUV? Where is it? A 3-row SUV from them. They're selling the crap ton out of trucks, and they don't have a 3-row SUV. Dumb. I'm telling you guys, I am. I made some birdies today. It was great. My neighbor created it was great. I think I fired up. The Mazda was saying little B2 2.4 liter 4-cylinder. Yes. Tahoe, a cab on chassis. No. It's a body on frame, but it's. I think it's a little bit narrower and a little bit longer. It's very similar. It's very similar. You know, you want to see a Taco with a 2-liter turbo. So does the rest of the world. I don't know Taco, Rob. It's terrible. Really? Oh, the Mighty Casey says. So, Mighty Casey, can you sit in the Taco comfortably? Big debate on this channel. One of my best videos is me testing out the new powered seat in the Tacoma. And I either get called fat or I get called an awesome journalist. There's the line. And so I'm curious, can you sit in your Taco? Have you seen that video in Mighty Casey? Have you seen that video? Hey, Juan's here. How are you? I saw you on a Big Truck, Big RV. Yeah. If you to get more subscribers, you deserve it. Yeah. JD and I like JD. JD and I get along really well. I thought we had really good videos. It doesn't matter what engine you put in, it's downright uncomfortable. I think he's coming up with the answer. Gene says the Turtle Expedition overlanded all across Central and South America as well as through Siberian winter. That's overlanding. Agreed. On air suspension at 20s with the Yukon. Yeah. I saw a Cadillac Escalade. Was it the Escalade that they did? What did they do with the Avalanche? The Cadillac version of the Avalanche, right? Escalade EXT, is that what they called it? Oh, my memory bank, I think that's what they called it. Anyways, it was on 20s with those really big rims and really narrow tires. And I was in Kimball, Nebraska with my friend playing golf on Saturday, and I saw this, and I was like, man, I didn't think those things left like LA, Chicago, New York. I didn't think people actually drove those things. I live in rancher territory, man. Farmville. It just was a little out of place. All right. Can't wait for white moms in Tahoe to put gas in their tank and see that, Bill. No. They made the nozzle different sizes. I talked about this too. The nozzle's different size. Sean, so we could add 2 miles per gallon with it. Your farsh. F harsh. Huh. I want to say that with a cuss word. It's good to see you, Sean. AT4 two-door Yukon with 6.2. That's a sport truck. Ooh. You could black it out, right? Yeah. There's nothing wrong with binge watching. It just means the person who found your channel likes it and just wants to catch up on your channel. I binge watch sometimes. I know, but it's a little weird. All right. Comfortable. What that has to do with putting a GT35 in your pickup? A GT35. Wait. Hold on. GT35. No, GT350. No, the turbocharger. The turbocharger. You had a turbocharger? Wait. Go back here. Mighty, you have a turbocharger in your taco? Sweet. Watching. What you get, a 2020 Tundra or a 2019 Silverado Trail Boss LT? I would get. I tell you, my favorite truck right now. I have these cords around my legs. Hold on. My favorite truck right now, and the one that I wish to hell the damn press fleet would put out in the fleet. I wish PR reps, if you're listening, PR reps, the one truck I just want to drive like crazy, and I've only seen it one time, is I want to drive a 2019 or 2020, whatever you want to do, Chevy Silverado. I'd love to see the regular cab, but I could be extended double cab, extended cab. The work truck Trail Boss, the 6.2 liter V8 with a 10-speed transmission. That's what I want to drive. You get all that power. I get plastic floor mats, which I'm totally cool with. I get power windows. I think power locks. I think that's what comes with that. I get a bench seat under 40 grand, and I get 6.2 liter V8. And I can tell you what, there's been a lot of conversation about engines lately, and Chevy is freaking nailing it in their engines right now. The 6.2 is phenomenal. The 3 liter diesel is phenomenal. Oh, the 5.3 is pretty good, and the 2.7, I don't really have a problem with the 2.7. I thought it was fine. It's not my engine of choice, but I thought it did a good job. Mighty Case, haven't seen the bench in a while. Do you think we will ever see luxury trucks again, like Lincoln F-150 and the Cadillac Avalanche? I just said the same thing. The Cadillac, I think Cadillac Escalade EXT. Yeah. Do I think they'll come back? Yes. Do I think sometime soon? No. I don't understand automakers sometimes. It's like, come on. People are spending $100,000 on a 1-ton truck. Why not see what the roof is? Nobody. I have never talked to anybody right now that said the ceiling on the price point for full-size trucks is this. Or we keep raising it. Toyota Tundra, good example. When the 2014 model came out in the 1794, I remember talking to Mike Swears about this directly. Mike was blown away by the amount of demand there was for luxury trucks. Their expectation in 1794 was different than their expectations were. And this reminds me, let's get to one of my points here. So guys, I'm trying my best to get this stuff. But look at this. Look at this. This is the Sierra Light Duty Success. And this, I want to talk about this a little bit because if you're talking about luxury trucks, look at these numbers. AT4 Denali is almost half of Sierra Light Duty sales, and their average transaction price is growing. They're about ready to beat Mercedes-Benz on average transaction price for their full-size light duty truck. And heavy duty is crazy. Heavy duty is going to be crazy. So that's what the story they're putting out there. So that's crazy, right? But then you get this story. This is the Q2 pickup sales results for Q2. So this is going to be interesting. Q3 is coming out end of another month or so. Q4 is end of the year. You look at their total sales, and their sales are down. GMC's down. I'm talking GMC, not just Silverado. I'm just talking GMC. But look at the numbers here. Look at this. They are crushing it when it comes to crew cabs and Denali's. Absolutely crushing it. Average transaction price is high. So, two things going on here. Me and Mr. Tim Herrick had a good conversation about this. A little heated, but passionate conversation. I'm a passionate truck guy. That's who I am. Make fun of me, all that kind of stuff. I don't really care. Number one, their product mix from the factory for the first quarter and second quarter of 2019 was really rich. What that means is they were building a lot of Denali's, a lot of AT4s, a lot of crew cab with 6.2 liters. I'm getting hot. I'm going to turn on the fan. Before you guys make a sound, I'm going to turn the fan. You guys always get to me and say, "Oh, you're getting drunk because you're too hot and the whiskey is making you drunk." Well, anyways, I'm getting hot. But so here's the deal. So their product mix was really high, really rich, and so that's gonna, it's gonna dictate sales. So like, all right, I'm wearing a Truck Life shirt, right? So I got this Truck Life shirt, which you guys should buy. I'll put a link down below. Anyways, and I got this and I got hats, right? But let's say I only sold hats, and you were in the market for some of my apparel, and I only sold hats. Well, you'd buy a hat, right? I mean, that's your only choice, and you want to have one today because you want to be a cool guy. You want to buy a hat. So, super chat. Put some super chat. $25 super chat, you get a hat. Anyways, so you want to buy a hat today. I only offer hats. Of course, your crew cab volume is going to be high. It's going to be 26% because you're not offering extended cab or regular cabs. You're only offering crew cabs, right? And so if I'm like, man, I love the new GMC Sierra. I've always wanted a Denali. I deserve one. I've worked 60 years or 40 years in the factory. I'm buying a Denali when it first comes out. I'm buying a new one. And you walk in dealer and dealer goes, I only have crew cabs. Guess what you're buying? Crew cab. So there's a piece of that. There's one piece of that. I would also argue that there's more incentives and ability to buy from a dealer financing standpoint based on crew cabs. There's more margin there. There's more room for growth as far as not room for more play with incentives, more play with trade-in. So you get more sales that way. But I think GMC's smart. Tim Herrick made the point. He said, "Look," he goes, "I'm working for a for-profit company, and nobody wants to see GM go through bankruptcy again. That freaking hurt. That hurt the engineers. That hurt people in the media. Hurt everybody. So GM's over there making money." Like, they're printing money at the ATM. The media is going, your interiors suck. Well, and they do. There's an opportunity there to improve the interiors of GMC Sierra. They are. I mean, I talked to the chief interior designer, one of the interior designers. He's like, yeah. He goes, that's our biggest opportunity. But they nailed it. They nailed I want to have a look that's different than everybody else. I don't want to have that truck look. I want my GMC to look different than the Chevy. They nailed that. They nailed the mechanicals. Those engines are doing really well. They nailed the technology. Man, the towing tech in the GMC Sierra is not only awesome, and that freaking transparent trailer view, which is phenomenal. It's not only that way, but it's really useful. It's really useful. And I've argued that if manufacturers don't do things as useful as they could have, but that's really useful tech, and so they've nailed that. They've absolutely freaking nailed that. I'm seeing a ton of GMC Sierras on the road around here, more than the new Chevy Silverado. So GMC has nailed that. I think Chevy's making its own place. Having the Trail Boss and having the work truck kind of stuff. They're cementing it. So I think GM, bravo, you have nailed that piece of it. Now attack your interiors with the same fever of desire or energy. I'm going with energy here. Attack it with the same energy, and you'll have a good result. But I'm really curious to see what happens in third quarter and fourth quarter sales once GMC and Chevy unveil all their lineup, the double cabs, regular cabs, everything's in the dealerships. What happens then? That's the big question. And sales results are really interesting. They matter to people, they matter to consumers, they matter to stock buyers, they matter to investors, but profit also matters too. So it's a really interesting debate right now. I think GMC is bringing that debate in a really good way to consumers, saying, look, we may not be the second most selling truck brand in the country by the end of the year, and they're not saying that. I'm saying that, but they're going to be a profitable company. So at the end of the day, what do you want? Do you want a profitable company, or do you want to have a bunch of incentives and be the second best selling truck? It's a very interesting debate. All right, back to the comments. Yes, the badge is off. Rob needs a hat. You need a hat. I got hats, Ben. I got 3 or 4 more hats. I get 10 at a time. Hats are there. Oh, I should do the Teespring thing. Teespring. You can buy shirts. I'm working on a very snarky Prius shirt right now. It's in my head. I'm trying to figure that one out. All right. Apparently, 2021 Tundra is claiming 30 miles per gallon, but it's still no 6-foot for crew cab. Yes, Mighty Casey, I did that story, and no, there won't be a 6.5 foot for the crew cab. It's an issue with the factory, an issue with demand. I've called I click a button and man, it just goes crazy. I've talked to them many times about that, and it's a problem with the factory and problem with demand. You know, it's interesting. They've claimed that long bed crew cabs are about 10% of the marketplace. So we do that. Oh, hi Casey. Tim, did you ever get a good answer on the mirrors and new GMs? I did. I did get a new answer on that. I got a really good practical answer that I probably missed my videos, and I apologize. I shot go to mosquito. I shot 3 or 4 videos, and then I was in like 3 more videos. I mean, I was just tanked at the end of this event, and they wanted us to do Acadia and the light duty and the heavy duties. It just was too much, and so I skipped. I may have missed this part, but the answer is the mirrors have power out, power folding. They have the bigger size. There's a lot of weight there. And because of all that weight, they wanted to mount them in a place that allowed them to be more structurally sound. So up in that window event, it's not a big enough area for that mount. And they put all that tech in those mirrors. Blind spot monitoring, things in those mirrors too. They put all that tech in those mirrors. And so they could not mount them on the vent window for the truck. And so they had to move them down to give them a bigger mount place to make it more structurally sound so that they would last as far as to be dependability. So that's the answer to that question. I'm probably 15 comments behind. I'm really sorry, guys. But that's the answer to that question. And it was really, I thought it was a good answer to that, although I would argue that I think the mirrors should go out and then down more, because all I'm gaining by, in my video I said this, all I'm gaining by the additional room not having them higher is look at the sky. So I don't really gain anything. So I understand the approach of that, but I don't gain anything. And then I talked to the interior designer about that. I said, you know, so now you have this vent window design that's been old school for years. Swedes got vent windows you push open. I mean, that's what they were. And now they have this vent window design that they can't get around, because when you design, if you know how a window works in a truck as it goes up and down, it's a really weird place to have that just be glass the whole way. Ford does get away with it, but then they drop that down a little bit, and so it's a weird place. And so I'm looking to see what GMC does in the future, because now the vent window plastic doesn't really matter. So I'm like, why not just get rid of that and make it all glass? But there's some weird things when you design that with the glass coming up and how you design that piece of glass. It's a weird thing. So I thought it was really interesting that they didn't come up with that solution there. And I think those mirrors, I like them and I don't. I like the idea that they're bigger and easier to see. But I think that they could drop down a little bit more and be more 80-20 down versus up. And rather than stick out like ears, they could just drop down like droop ears a little bit. But that's the deal. Great memory watching. I did that heavy. Yeah, I did that. Sorry, I went back to that question. Let's hear something new about the Bronco, please. John, I'd love to tell you something new with the Bronco. I would love to tell you something new with the Bronco. I don't have a damn thing. Ford is like, I don't know. I don't understand it. It's like, come on, guys. I could make some BS up and make some lies, but I don't know anything. I have not. Every time a spy photographer emails me photos, I buy those photos and run that story. That's all I got. Yeah, the logo is crooked. Hat is military grade aluminum. Them hats are awesome. Thanks, guys. The dad's done a great junior. The girls are screaming, or is that? No, that's my son. I have a younger son who just he has a lot of energy, and when he watches shows and gets excited, he goes. The Dodge Durango, full size 3-row. Ford is 3 years overdue for reparation. Mighty Case says no. I'm 6'3". Yeah, I think taller people don't fit in the Tacoma. No. I want to say this carefully. I want to say this very carefully, because the chief engineer is probably going to watch this. He's going to email me tomorrow. Look, what I'm saying is, if you're a certain body type, you have a longer torso than you do legs, or you have longer legs than you do torso, you may not fit in that truck as comfortably as you do other people. I have a very, well, according to you guys, very fat torso, looking down at my fatness. And I didn't notice that until the new chief engineer just for Tacoma, Sheldon Brown, got in, and I actually had a friend. I had Dan Edmonds from Edmonds.com, who pointed out to me, and I had missed it for years. I'd driven Tacoma for years and missed it. And Dan pointed it out to me, and Roman Micah pointed it out to me, and then I watched Sheldon Brown get in the truck, and that's where that video came from. It wasn't me. I just watched other people, and they just kind of went there. I do like the look of the 2020 Sierra heavy-duty 3500 single rear wheel Denali for me, but the inside looks okay, and not like the Super Duty or the Ram. Agreed. This is the coolest name ever. Colonel Beauregard Sour Mash. Beauregard. I can't say it. I need to escape. Anyways, that's a cool damn name. He says, I've ridden the Big Three suggesting they offer a sport truck in sport truck colors with a modern cab and step-side beds with wooden floors. Yes. Trucks for cruising and fun instead of work trucks. Yeah. Where are those at? Remember that Chevy... Is it HHR or whatever the concept they did, that truck? I mean, why don't we have fun trucks? I love trucks. Why don't we have the fun trucks? I mean, if we know that certain people don't use their trucks to tow and haul, and they don't use it for work trucks, build something different. Build something for the regular guy that just wants a truck. I love sitting up higher in trucks. I love the opportunity to tow and haul. I have empty bed a lot of times. I'm okay with that. I'm totally fine with that. Taco's not made for American men. If I set straight up, rear view mirror blocks entire right side of dash. By slouch, knees are in dash. Makes rough to shift. So massive blind spot or eat my own ass car crash. Yeah. It's called Cadillac Escalade EXT. Yep. Hey, Robiota. Nice truck. No, the old school Toyota sport trucks with modified giant turbos. You don't have a turbo 3.5. If I keep it, URD turbocharger looks nice. 2-liter turbo. Yeah. Best sport truck colors. Black. The new LTs can be made. Yeah, I mean, you can add the features to them. You can always add aftermarket. I would love to buy a work truck and then modify it with aftermarket parts and make it into a different trim level and see how that works. Like, build your own. Like, instead of buying it, build it. Interesting. There's no Trail Boss 6.2. No, it's the work truck. Really, it's not available yet. They made an announcement about that, Mike. I swear to God, they made an announcement about that. They're going to offer. They're going to start offering that. I think I ran it on Pickup Truck Talk. Sorry, I can't look it up right now. I'm running out of time. It's 6:48. Haven't gone to my thing. Juan says, now we need to see the demographics on who is buying these trucks. Yeah, I agreed. Tim, great review on the Mitsubishi Outlander PHV. I am glad you asked. That's my rant. That's my rant. So, yeah, through my pin across thing. Anyways, I let me write this off. There we go. I'm taking care of this. This is my rant. The PHEV. I did a review on that, and I was trying so hard to be fair. I did not love it. I thought it was okay, and it fit certain lifestyles. I have a friend who decided to argue with me, and it's great. It's a talk channel. He'd argue with me all the time, so we had back and forth. He says that I'm missing the logic of that vehicle, that really my numbers are off, and you actually could save $70 a month if you drove it EV only, plugged in at work, and came back. And I said to him, well, $70 a month doesn't cover the car loan for the difference in price. He goes, well, hey, that Outlander is a different vehicle, and so you can't compare. It's not apples to apples. And by the way, this 20 miles of range meets 85% of America's needs. The American driver, it's 85% of their needs is this 20 miles of range. And I'm like, if it's 85% of the population that could just use that vehicle and it's awesome, why is it 2.5% of all vehicles we sell nationally are electrified vehicles? 2.5% doesn't equal 85%. I haven't been in math class for a long time, but I know that shit don't equal. So I'm like, clearly there's a disconnect here. Clearly a disconnect here. And I'm trying to be rational. I'm trying to understand this. I drove it. I lived with it. I drove it 200 miles. I charged it up. I did all the things I was supposed to do. I said, if it fits your lifestyle, it's great. But in my case, it doesn't fit my lifestyle. I don't think it's a good solution to the problem because it doesn't make financial sense to me. He says, you're missing the logic of this. You can just drive it all day, EV only, no big deal. You're going to pay more money for it. That's okay. You'll save that gas, and you'll save the planet. Well, I'm in Nebraska. We use a lot of coal for electricity out here. So don't give me the save the planet crap because it ain't going to happen. So I'm like, then this vehicle is made for this part of the country, right? It's supposed to be all-wheel drive, and I get better all-wheel drive because it's electric only. Guys, that's such a BS comment. All-wheel drive is all-wheel drive. If I get stuck in the snow, do I have more low-end torque to get out of stuff? Yeah, more spinning tires. All-wheel drive is all-wheel drive. I want the computer to handle that. Whether I have to give it more gas or more electricity, the tires are meant to grip. I just don't buy the argument one bit. But I'm like, look. So then he says, well, that's because journalists like you miss the logic of that vehicle and you're causing sales demise. I'm like, why is it with EV crowd, it's always pointing fingers? He says the Chevy Volt wasn't marketed well. The PR people didn't say what they needed to say. The journalists were always attacking the Volt. That's why that thing died. I had a Volt. I drove it for a week. I thought it was fantastic. It was awesome. I drove on no gas for a couple days. Is it the greatest thing since sliced bread? No. It's a car. It's a small car. That's what it is. That's what a Volt was. Because they killed it. I thought it was great. I had a guy come over. He was trying to buy a hybrid, but he's worried about replacing the battery because the batteries go out. He's like, it's not worth it to buy a used hybrid because the battery costs so much to replace. Consumers aren't dumbasses. We get this stuff. We know it's more expensive to replace when it breaks down. We know batteries cost a boatload of money. So the used car market for EVs is in the tank. So if you buy a new EV, you better keep it till you're buried in the grave because you're not going to get the money out of that thing because it's going to tank right off the lot. Worse than a brand new pickup. And so I'm like, I'm trying to defend myself and thinking to myself, what the hell? 85% of Americans could just live off this car for 20 miles of range a day. And yet 2.5% of all the 17 million units we sell are EV vehicles. And you go on these sites and go on Reddit, whatever, and people sell these EVs because they don't fit their lifestyle because you have to make the lifestyle change to make this car work. And I'm the bad guy? I'm sorry. I love the planet. I hunt. I fish. I want to see things green. I want to see clear skies. I want to see not mutated deer. I don't want a mutated deer on my wall. But I want these things, but I'm not willing to sacrifice money and time and expense and change my entire lifestyle for a small benefit. I think we can do better. I think we should do better. I think consumers are demanding better. And I feel like there's a lot of room for improvement there, and we're making it. And I think that pollution coming out of the tailpipe has been a big change last decade. Cars are getting more efficient. Trucks are getting more efficient. The damn Ram EcoDiesel, the Chevy Silverado light duty, 33 miles per gallon. Hello, that's pretty damn good for a truck. We've made huge strides, and yet we're still being taken to cleaners by people that say, you're not getting it, and your logic is screwing it up. Bull. There's my rant. I got it all the way. Tennessee Trail, but yeah. So that's the thing. On sport trucks, Nightmare F Edition F-150, regular cab, short bed with a supercharged 5. Yeah, but the problem is you have two things going against you there. You have short bed and regular cab. It's with the new cafe regulations. Good luck. Mom has a 2014 Outlander 4-cylinder. Is proving a good and comfortable SUV. So let's change it for 2019 Tahoe LRST for more power. We'll wait for an all-new Tahoe. Wait for the all-new Tahoe. I'm hoping the Tahoe is going to be great. All right, I'm going to get these. I'm going to go and get these comments going. Super chat, guys. Super chat. $25. I won't send you the crooked one. I'll get that one fixed. Send it to me with your email, with your address. So super chat me and then email me at tim@pickuptrucktalk.com and I will get it up. Make put on my hat. Bailout ATM. It's an alcohol-fueled program, Williams. Timmy is Chevy Tahoe with an automatic step. It's hard for short lead to get in. No, they work. Yeah. Automatic steps are a big deal. They're really cool. Too many dealerships call the Ram quad cab a crew. It's hilarious, especially since Ram was the first one to put 4 doors in a crew cab. Yeah, it's a Ford. I like it. You know, the really weird door. But yeah, I like it. Ford is unveiling the new Ford F-150 next year with Toyota unveils 2021 Toyota Tundra in February. I'm saying Toyota Tundra in February. However, I just was invited to a Toyota event end of this month in Texas for a unannounced 2020 model coming soon. I don't think it's the Tundra. But I do think it's the SUV that's coming from the joint Mazda Toyota plant in Alabama. Fever. Yeah. Yeah. Sorry. Fever. Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. Fever. Yeah, fervor. Fervor. Sir, sorry, fervor. Yeah. Back problems. A pillar handles everything. Yeah. I'm sorry. Fervor. Game shares get me. I messed that up. Oh, no, she is a hardworking mom, and I wanted to have this. Yes, buy that Tahoe. King of the Road. How much to replace the mirrors? Ooh. No parts list yet. Good question, Gene. Nice right. She doesn't like the column shifter, though. Damn, I missed a grammar correction nominee. No. There's certain words I can't say. I have a little bit of speech impediment, and so I try to avoid those words. Always trade-offs. GLC 300, yeah. I'm thinking about the 2021 Chevy Tahoe. I'm daydreaming about 2021 Chevy Tahoe. I said to somebody at the GMC event, I said, I hope I get invited. She's like, you don't get invited to Tahoe and Yukon event? I'm like, dude, I'm dreaming about that. My colleagues are like, the next Ferrari the next Chevy Corvette C8 drive. I'm going to be there. I'm going to do the first drive of that. I'm like, screw that. Give me the Tahoe drive. I'm all in. All in the Tahoe drive. I have no desire to drive the C8 Corvette, whatever. The $60,000 Ferrari-looking damn thing. All right. That I'm sure has a wonderful seating position. I like this. Use on drive one hot supercharged Ford. Oh yeah, one's in Puerto Rico. Well then go Tahoe because the damn Asian options are slow as hell. Yeah, I understand. I'm getting a Toyota Sequoia next week, and going camping with it. And I like the Sequoia, but man, come on, Toyota, update the damn thing. Fun trucks because volume, the crew cab rule. Yeah, that's true. That sucks too, Gene. You guys are arguing with something. St. Thomas. The Chevy Tahoe is safer than a crossover. It's heavier. It's not really true about heaviness. They used to be almost. That used to be a thing. It used to always be heavier and bigger was safer. New crash tests and things, not so much. There's a lot of dynamics involved in that. But yeah, when all Mitsubishi sell a pickup in the U.S. again, I don't think they're going to. Witness the new S-Class lifts up the side of the vehicle being hit in emergency. Everyone smash the like button and check out Twitter. Yeah, Dan. Dan's always retweeting my stuff on Twitter. I'm trying to grow. It's a thing. Tahoe is a tank. Yeah, thank God it's a tank too. But put a damn diesel in it. Mitsubishi has changed anything for 5 years. The only thing they've changed is putting rear AC vents in a different grill. It needs more power, like 3.5 horsepower. Mitsubishi needs a lot of help. Thank you for help. Anyone remember when Mitsubishi made things like the Evo? Yeah. They need a halo. Mitsubishi needs something. Everything just need to merge and go away. Like 2019, 2021 Rally Art in copper color. All the Germans will have less than 707 horsepower, cost more than the Hellcat. I'd rather have a Challenger Hellcat than spending around 120,000. Hellcat sounds pretty bad. Ass. Trackhawk's pretty badass too. Too fast, yeah. What about heavy duty SUV like the Excursion? Yes. So for a while there in GM's days, there was conversation about making a heavy-duty Suburban and Tahoe, and I believe they made a heavy-duty car for a little while. And the reason for that was heavy-duty vehicles get away from CAFE. So you can build a heavy-duty version of Yukon and not deal with the CAFE requirements because CAFE does not apply to heavy-duty SUVs. So where are those at? Uh-oh. All right, a little more. I'm sorry, a little more. I'm an alcoholic. Oh, you can hear that. Yeah. I need to get the damn sponsor for whiskey, and I'm just too busy. I need an assistant. All right, so, yeah, where's the Excursion at? I had somebody ask me that the other day at a lunch thing, and I was like, that's a good damn question. Because we have Expedition back, but not Excursion. Where's Ford at? If Ford's going to kill cars, why not go crazy with SUVs? One says, me too, I'm all new Tahoe press drive event. Yes, absolutely. Bring my Excursion. Yeah, one you got offer. Juan's going crazy tonight on the keyboard. It's cool. I'm caught up. An AT4 Chevy Downtown playing Suburban. Favorite grill is a 2005-2007 Excursion. Oh, yeah, in the front, yeah. Wow, I'm caught up. I got to give you a teaser here because I promised teaser. I have Tundra news. My friend Dan, who will get a hat, called me and gave me a bunch of news on the Tundra news. Should I go over this or should I wait for another video? What should I do? I have notes right here. All right, you guys comment below. What do you want? You guys want to hear this or not hear this? You're going to tell your buddies to subscribe. You're going to tell them not. I have some data for you. One's going crazy. How about just a full-size Bronco? Yeah. How about a full-size Bronco instead of just teaser photos? Wasn't there a Jeep SUV rumors? There is. I did a video on it too. And it sounds like Jeep's going to build a new factory in Detroit, and that would be where the full-size SUV is going to be. Bronco leak. There's tons of photos on the channel. Give the nose or we'll binge watch you now. Do it now. All right. Here's the news. And I should do another video on this, and maybe I will because, man, we're an hour in. Who's going to watch all this stuff? Or we're like 50 minutes in. All right. So my friend Dan called me, and I was at Pier B Resort, which is the Ram Drive event. And you can see the I have the stationery from the event. The Toyota Tundra that we saw the spy photos of, yeah, that drove into the factory there in Alabama, Huntsville, Alabama, with the engine factory. They drove that mule this video's on the channel about this mule in that factory. Okay, so that the guys were speculating. They were speculating about the Toyota Tundra there, and this is the news they found. It's going to have an 8-speed transmission. The engine in that test mule is a 2GR, which is a Tacoma engine, twin turbo. Okay, it's not going to have. There's no electric motor on this. There's no room for electric motor. There's no room for electric motor in that drivetrain under the engine. So as far as the drive shaft, so 8-speed 2GR twin turbo. It's got a different head on it, the same block as the 2GR. They say independent rear suspension. I'm going to get to that in a little bit. I'm not so sure on that. No hybrid. In March 11th, they had 11 EcoBoost engines at the factory. They were testing in a dyno there. There's a dyno inside the Huntsville, Alabama plant. So we're testing for the EcoBoost engines. They're going to come with the twin turbo 2GR. That's going to be a small displacement turbocharged engine for a new Toyota Tundra. There's talk it's an inline 6-cylinder engine. There was overtime in the 2GR line to create more. The frame is the same frame. It's going to be so Tacoma and Tundra are going to share the same frame. The Tacoma frame Tacoma's going to become wider, and to accommodate the same frame. That's where that platform can come out with. So they won't shrink the Tundra, which is what I said they won't do. They will just make the Tacoma wider to fit the same frame. Straight rear axle on next-gen Tacoma. So he's saying independent rear suspension. I was talking to Dan Evans at an event there, and we were just back and forth. What we think they're doing is they're going to do a 5-link coil suspension on the next-generation Toyota Tundra, which is similar to what Ram has done. So what we're thinking is they're going to take the Ford EcoBoost engine, which is sold really well, the Ram 5-link coil suspension, which is done pretty well, and they're going to merge those together and offer a smaller displacement version of Toyota Tundra with 8-speed transmission that's going to have the best of both worlds built together. And then they'll keep the 5.7-liter V8 because clearly they should, and they're going to do that together, and they're going to offer 2 different versions of Tundras. So the V8, the smaller V8 is going away. The V6 is dead for a long time. So that is what they're looking at. And they have it in the factory. They're testing out how they're going to build it, the build process. They're looking at it, how they're going to fit in the truck. They're going through the process right now. So that's what they found. That test mule is a 2006, 2007 cab. So it is not the same cabin as what the new truck will be. So the cabin design is probably going to be changed and probably different, but we're not seeing that because it's in Arizona at their very, 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 very private testing grounds. Okay. So, yeah, that is the news. And see, that only took like 3 minutes. It's hard for me to do a video when it's only 3 minutes of news. Although I can talk, so what the hell? Thanks, Juan. The good message. The Tundra, there is no manual. They won't bring a manual back. 2GR confirmed. That's what the news is from the factory. It's 2GR twin turbo confirmed. Tell your buddies 652 mark. It's on my watch. Whatever the thing is on your screen. That's when I talk about it. So share. That's you guys' job. You guys are beyond this thing. Should share that what I just said to Facebook, to Twitter, to Reddit, to whatever places. That's the news. Have them watch the whole hour. All right. Now forget about 1,000 foot-pounds feet torque. Let's go 2,000. No shit. I got blipped. You got blipped. Made the cab bigger then. No, I don't think the Tacoma's going any bigger. I think Taco's going to go a little wider. I think one of those wide flat bottoms. Yes, I like those tacos though. I buy those tacos too. You can fit all the meat in there. It still stands up, right? Because it's got the wide bottom on it. Rob, that's hilarious. I feel like an XD Tundra would have sold well, stable name, but also almost HD. Yeah, well, straight gas 6. That's he's saying it's an inline 6-cylinder, different head on it, same block, 2GR twin turbo. It's my notes. One taco. Oh, somebody. Oh gosh, darn! I gotta go, guys. Somebody ring the doorbell. I gotta go get the door. Kids are gonna go crazy. Comment below. I'll respond to comments. Let me know what you're thinking about, and I will talk to you later. Subscribe, like, comment, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Later, boys.